Hello dear heart, and welcome to this video of breathing for emotional intelligence. Most people breathe during the day, a short breath, then a pause, then a long breath, then a pause, really irregular rhythms, unmindful pauses in between. And the pause, this is where we think. It is actually really difficult to be in the physical and the mental body at the same time. The subconscious mind finds shadows to hide behind, and in these unmindful pauses between the breaths, it starts to play and govern our lives. We lock conscious awareness into the mind through the breath at the energy points of our temples and our jaw, just to name two. So controlling the body with the mind instead of allowing the body to be. And this can easily lead to living life only from the mind, only trying to understand it from a logical perspective. So when we take the pause out of the breath, this is when we can actually start to breathe consciously, to start breathing connectedly. We start to unlock conscious awareness from the mind, and we deliver it back into the body, back into the glands, back into the emotional body, back into the spiritual body. Our hearts and our stomach have more nerve receptors than the mind. And these nerve receptors also pick up etheric emotional energy and information. So empathy and often intuition starts in the stomach, in the gut, or in the womb if you're a woman. And this is why you might have heard a gut feeling, the saying. So the mind also creates emotion, but it is a different kind of emotion than etheric information and emotion. When we have a memory energy, it goes from an electrical impulse from the mind, and it is read by the brain. And then the brain sends the signals to the glands, pituitary, thyroid, adrenals, and the entire endocrine system, as well as the liver creating these hormones. And this creates a feedback loop back to the mind of the emotional information. Then the ahamkara, which is the ego, claims this happening, and the mind says, I create emotions through past and future experience. So we disconnect from the state of interconnectedness and understand ourselves as a separate being made up of past experiences, and trying to project that and stop that from happening again in the future. We stop listening to our bodies, we stop feeling our bodies, as well as the emotional intelligence of others. And we hand full control over to our individual mind, the feeling of being separate due to a thought. But everything is vibrational energy. So the more that we de-armor and listen into the body, and the more intuition and empathy we will develop. The more connected we are to the world around us and inside. The irony here is that we are already connected. So it's not about re-establishing or connecting. It's about forgetting and de-armoring the separation issue. So in order to go deeply connective, conscious, circular breathing, we can test this by lifting a hand and inhaling as we bring it up and exhale as we bring it down. Try to break the pattern where we pause. So we can inhale, bringing it up, exhale, taking it down. And notice if you're pausing the arms or pausing the breath. There are practices that we do that we pause the breath. Example, when we concentrate on the third eye in order to have a spiritual experience. But this is different from the default mode network or the monkey mind pauses unmindfully between the switchovers of the inhale and exhale. And in daily life, when we're breathing, we're normally in that way trapped in our thinking, the fourth dimensional plane. So to breathe, to think, and to feel at the same time is a skill that can be done, it can be developed, but it normally doesn't happen automatically and at the same time. But it is worth dedicating our time to, and this course will help you with that. So don't side with the thought that you have been breathing your entire life correctly, but explore this curiously through awareness, through breathing awareness, to breathe and to feel our emotions instead of to think about them. The longer the breath, the more we feel. So by having a long, deep breath, we can get to the bottom of our emotions or to the bottom of our stomach, where etheric emotions arise from. Deep breaths, therefore, connect directly to our intuition and to empathy. And truly listening to another, to the moment, puts us into full harmony and connection and coherence with everything. So I invite you to keep conscious awareness in the body and out of the mind so that you can feel instead of just think about what you're feeling. This requires you to be relaxed on both the inhale and the exhale. This allows you to feel more. Where is there tension in your body on the in-breath? Where is there relaxation in your body on the in and the exhale? When we're tensing, we're storing. When we're releasing, we're open to receive. To exaggerate this, the inhale creates tension in the throat, the neck, the shoulders, and mostly the ribs, almost like trying to pull the air into the body from the shoulders. Change this habit, because this is the key to changing your emotional vibration. It is essential when it comes to de-armoring because it creates muscle tension and muscle memory. And this muscle memory, by tensing and not relaxing on the inhale, on even a deeper level, it teaches you to brace for life. It teaches you to brace in the face of life, and it blocks your receptivity to receiving. You're always guarded, you're always armored. So by relaxing on the in and the out breath, allows you to access the body, and it allows you to access the body on a cellular level. Now, then, it is possible to let go of negativity before tension in the body arises, which allows new information, new patterns to arise. The aim of this practice is to accompany the new information with orgasmic, ecstatic energy so that the body vibrates at a level of what we call bliss, allowing Kundalini to flow through the body more easily and making that more bially available. Prana, Chi, Kundalini, same thing. So when tension on the inhale and releasing on the exhale, it's like one step forward, one step back. Tension on both can mean that you're taking 2 steps in a direction, either pleasure or the direction of misery. So relaxing on the inhale and the exhale means that you're taking 2 steps in another direction away. So this allows us to take out the emotional vibrational damage and the unnecessary lingering of frequencies. And in this way, this is a simplified version of how etheric information works with the breath through our nervous system. But it is not a one-size-fits-all. So it can also mean that to bring the Shakti energy into the body by tensing the energy, or the exhale doing all kinds of energy locks. So let's just feel for a couple of breaths. An inhale without tensing, and exhale, also releasing. Try to breathe in and try to breathe out without contracting the jaw, the shoulders, the stomach. Notice that the muscles will expand and recoil instead of contracting the muscles as you inhale. The exhale will be through the mouth, a sigh, or an oceanic sound, or if you know Ujjayi breath, I will explain it in a later video, is really good to sit here and do. So if you want to come back to full yogic breathing, also do that. But let's just take a couple of deep inhalations and exhalations, relaxing on the inhale and relaxing on the exhale.